Hi, this is Rob Miller from Spinalogic. I'm interviewing Dr. Richard Sawyer, founder of Spinalogic, about our awesome new release scheduled for next week. So,
very exciting.
Very exciting. So, Richard, this is a major release. There's all sorts of software features you've been telling me about, so I just want to touch on a couple and have you talk about them.
Sure.
Okay, so let me see. At the top of my list here, I've got appointment types and that patients can log in automatically at the adjustment table. Tell me quickly about that.
Well, one of the things that the feedback that we got from our clients was that some doctors had specific appointment types where they wanted patients to go to particular tables or particular rooms in their office. For example, some practices like people to come in and go to a traction room for a traction appointment type. Other people will want their patients to go to a particular segmental traction table for a particular kind of adjustment. And so we've engineered it so that now when the patients arrive, that they will get called to the appropriate table based on their appointment type.
Okay, sweet. Okay, I see we've made a payment and sale form overhaul with glowing buttons. Why glowing buttons?
Well, one of the things is that what we want in Spinalogic is to be able to accommodate every situation. Of course, when you've got every situation, sometimes things can get a little bit complicated, and the feedback that we're getting from some of our practices was that the form had more options than they really use. So we wanted to make it so that the options that you use all the time are the really obvious ones, and the ones that you use rarely are available under like advanced settings. So as an extension of that, to make it even easier, we've implemented what we call glowing buttons. So when you open the payment sale form, the first thing you need to do is to enter what the patient's actually buying. And so that will glow in green, so you know that's what you need to do. And then once you've done that, then the green glow will move down to the next section where you actually enter how a person the patient's going to be paying. And once you've done that, then the glowing green will move over onto the print and close button. So you know exactly what you need to do simply by just following the glowing on the different buttons.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, still in accounts, I noticed that the ledgers are now color-coded.
Well, on the main ledger, we wanted again to make it really easy to glance, so CAs can just look at the ledger and they can immediately know what things are unpaid, what things are prepaid, and what things are fully paid. And so now that's very easy to see at a glance.
Okay, great. All right. In the clinical section, image importing is now quicker. So how do we do that?
Well, as the camera technology is improving, people are getting higher and higher megapixel cameras, and so you can buy 10 and 12 megapixel cameras in just like a pretty small sort of pocket machine. Unfortunately, what people don't realize is the quality of the images that you get depends on the optics on the actual glass that you've got in your camera. So you're not getting better images, but it means that the image file that's coming out of these cameras are huge. They're really quite huge. And so this caused a problem with our import because when we designed it, the biggest images you really got was like 4 megapixels. So we've now enhanced that so you can use very large images and they're handled very fast.
They open quicker, right?
It means that the images import faster and they open faster for when the doctor is actually reviewing the case.
Okay, sweet. How about full spine line drawing?
Well, we had, again, feedback from doctors. We had some doctors who wanted to be able to line the AP-CT image with the AP-LP image and have them have a single vertical reference line that came off, say, S2 or off the pubic symphysis, depending on the way they prefer to practice. So we've made it up so that's really easy to do now.
Awesome. And we can export sets of images too now, right?
Well, it's very common that people want to be able to take home copies of images to show their partner at home or to show their family or to tell other people about their experience when they were in your chiropractic office.
Fair enough.
So previously you could take a screenshot of the complete image set of the patient, but that was a bit onerous and you had to then do something with that image. Now it's very easy. Just click a button, it generates a PDF that gets attached to the patient's file, and you can email it to whoever you want.
Awesome. Okay.
Feedback we've had on that has been really good, actually, really positive.
And the last one I wanted to ask about was our quick entry dictionaries. It seems that not just in the major clinical areas of Spinalogic, but we've got dictionaries everywhere where doctors have to capture notes quickly.
Well, yeah, that's right, but not just the doctors, but also the CAs, because of course CAs have to catch information, administrative stuff. And not only do they have to capture it, but ideally we want the information to be captured in a uniform way, so that instead of having 10 different ways of writing things down, like we might write L back pain or lower back pain or LBP or LB pain, rather than that, it's much better if we have it formatted in a consistent way. So we always say LBP or we always say low back pain, whatever it is that you'd prefer it to be. And if we do it in that way, it just makes it easier for anybody to come along and read the records. So we've added dictionaries to pretty much any field that you can find where you can enter information into Spinalogic. There's now a dictionary to make that quick entry really easy.
I can see that. Clinically, we've got dictionaries now on special exam request, palpitation, reflexes, muscle testing, range of motion, body signals, drugs. For CAs, occupation, employer, hobbies, traumas, they can all be tapped in or clicked in using the dictionary.
Well, that's a really big deal. You know, the symptoms, being able to put in the body signals or symptoms from a template means that then it makes it very easy for you to go back if you want to do analysis of your patients and see who's got particular symptoms. And then, of course, the follow-on from that is we'll be able to use that information further down the track with your permission and with the patient's permission for research purposes. So we're very excited about that. We're looking forward to being able to facilitate that too.
Awesome. Well, there are in fact 135 upgraded or updated or new features in this new release of Spinalogic. Today is October the 1st. It'll be released in the next 1 to 2 weeks to our clients, and that's you, at no cost, at no extra cost to you, of course. So look forward to that, and be sure to give us some feedback either on our website or sending us an email at info@spinalogic.org. And that's about it.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.